www.classgap.com/en/tutor/Javi-Montalva. Learn languages while having fun. Please check out my website on the comments. Enjoy the video.
No, too expensive.
More expensive. There you are. Okay.
Demasiado
Here.
would be too expensive.
Estas camisas son más baratas, but son peores. So these shirts are cheaper, but are worse. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Another difference from English. So in English, when you are comparing, you usually say blah 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 than me, blah 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 than her, blah blah blah. In Spanish, you're gonna say the other way you have in English, like the formal one. So you're gonna say than I, than she. Okay. So instead of saying me, you're gonna say yo. Yeah? So eres más fuerte que yo. Or soy más fuerte que él. Okay. So you're gonna use the subject pronoun, not the object pronoun like you do in English. Okay.
Yeah. Please, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right, we're gonna practice this. It's gonna be a piece of cake, I think. Okay, so we're gonna do comparative. So we're gonna say more or less than. For example, ¿quién es más guapo, Juan o su hermano? ¿Yeah? Número 2. ¿Quién es menos caprichoso? ¿Caprichoso? Do you know?
No.
Whimsical. Okay,
Sorry?
so whimsical. So someone who has a whim is caprichoso. Yeah.
Okay.
So capricho is a whim, caprichoso is whimsical. Yeah. 3.
¿Qué ciudad es antiguo? Is better. What is nicer?
No, antiguo is old or ancient. Yeah?
Okay. Okay.
So,
¿Qué ciudad es antiguo?
no, but you need to say more or less. And you remember about the gender thing? So, la ciudad.
¿Es más antiguo?
Antigua.
Antigua. Más
Why?
antigua.
Because it's feminine, right? So, más, I'm going to type it here. Más antigua. Yeah? So, ¿qué ciudad?
Okay. So is there any reason why it's feminine or?
Because we say la ciudad. So remember,
okay.
Every noun. So I'm gonna give you a clue. DAD nouns, they're always feminine. Okay, so la ciudad, la libertad, la bondad. Okay, 4. So who is more good? More good? Not really, right?
Más bueno.
We don't really say más bueno. I shouldn't say more good.
Okay. Mejor.
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 This is irregular.
Mejor.
So ¿quién es mejor?
Mejor.
But children do say más bueno.
Okay.
Like in English, some kids say gooder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinco.
That's painful to hear, but yeah. Okay. ¿Qué país está? Menos poblado.
Menos poblado.
Menos poblado.
Populated.
Venezuela o Colombia.
So what country is less populated?
Okay.
6.
¿Qué deporte es menos peligroso?
So el deporte más corto. 7.
¿Qué es más malo? ¿Más malo o?
Okay. Do you really say badder?
No. You say more bad, but yeah, you don't say that. So worse. So what was the word for worse?
Peor. ¿Qué es peor?
Peor.
¿Qué es peor?
Peor? ¿Estar enfermo o no tener dinero? Sí. Okay.
8.
¿Quién es? So you don't say más viejo?
Okay, you could, but it's not polite. So we prefer to use mayor.
Mejor.
Mayor with a Y.
Mayor. Mayor.
Mayor. Be careful because mejor is better, mayor older. Yeah.
Okay. Mejor
Alright.
Sofía or su esposa or husband, who's
Mhm,
older.
mhm,
Okay, sí,
mhm.
sí,
Who is older, you or your husband? So,
entiendo.
¿quién es mayor? ¿Sofía o su esposo?
Sí.
Vale. Piece of cake, yeah?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now let's talk about comparative or equality. So that's in English as good as rich as blah blah as, right? So in Spanish, very easy as well. Tan, adjective, como, blah 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 blah. So this is one way. This is the most common one. The problem is in Spanish you have more than one option to say as good as or as bad as. So this is one option. Martín es tan alto como Carlos. So Martin is as tall as Carlos. Yeah.
But yeah, also the word tan. I thought that was also similar to the word so in English. No?
Yeah. Tan could be as or so. It could be both. So
Okay.
you could also say él es tan alto.
Okay.
Okay. There are two other ways you could say this, or you could convey this idea. So you could
Sí.
use the word igual. Igual means equal. So you could
Sí.
also say literally, the second sentence here would be Marty is equal of tall as Carlos. It doesn't make any sense in English, but it
No.
does in Spanish. So you
Okay.
say equal of, it's just another way of saying as, blah, 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 as, okay?
Sí.
So, Martín es igual de alto que Carlos. So this just means the same as Martín es tan alto como Carlos. And also, you could place this at the very end. So you could say Marty and Carlo are equal of tall. And notice we use the plural here because now we talk about both of them. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so altos is tall, or could you translate it to height as well?
Yeah. In Spanish, tall, high is the same word. It's alto.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
alto.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you talk about a building, a person, a wall. You will also say alto or alta if it's
So
feminine.
is it
Yeah?
very different from in a grande? So you can't describe someone as fat as alto.
No, grande is big. It's a
Okay.
little bit different. So, grande is big. So, un caballo no es tan grande como un elefante. ¿Ya?
I see.
Un caballo no es igual de grande que un elefante. Un elefante y un caballo no son igual de grandes.
See.
Okay, easy, yeah?
Oh, I didn't know horse was grandes. No, caballo.
Caballo, horse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Caballo, cheval. Sí.
Exactly, cheval. Right. So what is the structure? So tan, adjective, como. This is the most common one, and the one that looks more like in English. And the other one, you're gonna use igual de, adjective, and sometimes you need to add an que if you are carry on. If you end in a sentence with this, obviously you won't need to add this que. Okay. So with this igual de, you have two options. You could either say it after the first item you're comparing, or you could place it at the very end. But remember, if you place it at the very end, you need to use the plural because now you talk about two people or two things, so plural. Anyway, let's read a few of these. For example, can I read this one? Let me zoom in. So, okay. Okay, can I read this one here?
Mi piso es igual de pequeño que el tuyo.
Perfect. And this one?
Sonia y su madre son igual de guapas.
No
Guapas?
problem. Guapa, see, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Guapo, guapo is beautiful.
They're as beautiful as each other.
So Sonia and her mother are equally beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
This one?
Mi hermana es tan alto como yo. Yo.
Alta, alta. Mi hermana, alta.
Ah. Mi hermana es tan harta como yo en Argentina. Estos dos televisores son
Mhm.
igual de caros.
Mhm. No problem here, right?
There are
These two television are equally
equally,
expensive.
yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, it just takes me a second to go through my mind to.
Don't worry, don't worry. Take your time. It takes time to sink in. Yeah.
Seems.
Okay. This is the same. You use subject pronoun, not object pronoun like in English. So, los hijos de Andrés no son tan guapos como él. ¿Ok? O no son tan guapos como yo. O no son tan guapos como nosotros. O yo soy
What's
igual de
the
trabajo. Guapo. Handsome.
what's the
Beautiful. Yeah. So, guapo, guapa is a word you use for people. Okay. So, beautiful,
Okay.
handsome, pretty. Yeah. Yo soy igual de trabajadora que vosotros. I
So
am. Mhm.
the ki- so Andreas's kids are not as beautiful as he is.
Exactly. So Andres's children are not as handsome as him. Yeah?
Yeah. So there's no him per se. There's just he.
He, exactly.
Okay. So there's no him or her. There's just
No,
he and she,
exactly.
which is for everything. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Now, so with the tongue as a structure, uh, you couldn't end the sentence with the adjective with the tongue structure. So with the tongue structure, you could say, for example, um, por ejemplo, sus hermanos no son tan trabajadores como él. O sus hermanos no son tan trabajadores. So, with this tan, you could not end the tan if it's a positive sentence. So, what I mean is, let me, okay. Okay. So, for example, you could say, ella no es tan trabajadora. But you couldn't say, ella es tan trabajadora. It doesn't sound right. I don't know why, but you could say,
Okay.
ella es igual de trabajadora. Okay? So with this igual, you could end the sentence with an adjective, regardless if it's positive or negative. With the time structure, only if it's a negative sentence is possible to end the sentence with an adjective. Yeah.
Okay.
For example, Adolfo es más feo que Jorge, pero Adolfo no es tan guapo como Jorge. Yeah? Luisa es más fuerte que Ana, and Luisa no es tan fuerte como Ana. So basically, you are saying she's not as blah 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 as blah blah blah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's practice this. I think. Um, let's see. Hmm. Okay, let's try the first one first. Looks a little bit easier. So here we are comparing people or things. So for example, here we compare David with Alonso, and we'll compare the ages. So you're gonna say David no es tan joven como Alonso. So David is not as young as Alonso.
Okay.
Here number 2, we are comparing the heights. So Ana y María son igual de altas. So here we are changing the structure a little bit. So you could use either this tan or this igual. Okay, it's up to you. So number 3, what could you say here? So we are
I don't know
comparing
what the.
here marks, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, marks. Okay.
So inteligente.
Dario y Margarita. Um, um, Tenan. Tenan igualmente.
No,
Marco.
son. So we
Ah.
compare two people, right? So son. We are comparing their intelligence. Yeah.
Oh. Son igual. Igual inteligente.
Igual de
De
inteligentes. ¿Vale?
inteligente. Ah, sí, sí, sí.
Ok, 4.
Okay. Las manzanas son.
Actually, they are not the same. They are different prices, right? So,
Sí, las
no.
manzanas no son. No son más caros de naranjas.
Ok, no son tan caras.
Caras.
Carry on.
Ok.
No son tan caras as.
De los naranjas.
You have two options. You have this, tan como. So remember, you need to add tan and then como. And you have the igual de option. Okay? So
Okay.
here we use the first structure. So las manzanas son tan caras. That would be possible. So you could say apples are not that expensive. But here I want you to say apples are not as expensive as oranges. So como las naranjas, right?
No son.
No son tan caras como las naranjas. Ok.
Okay.
5.
Okay. Antonio y Paco.
So they are equally tall, yeah? We're comparing height? Yes, we're comparing height.
No, I thought it was speed, no?
Speed, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Antonio y Paco está igualmente rápido.
Igual de rápido.
Son igual de rápido. Antonio same of speed. Antonio y Paco son igual de rápido. Okay.
6.
What is alegre?
Alegre, happy.
Alegre. Oh, alegre.
Or
okay.
cheerful, happy. Yeah.
Okay. Mira. No tan.
No, you need the verb. No es.
No es tan alegre de esta.
Look up here.
Tan como Esther.
Como Esther. So, Pilar no es tan alegre como Esther. You can also use the other one, igual de structure. You can also say Pilar no es igual de alegre que Esther. Let me type it here. So remember, if you use the tan structure and then you want to say the other item, you need to add como. If you use the igual structure, you need to say igual de, the two words together, then the adjective, and then if you want to carry on with the comparison, you need que. So this one, you have two options. You could say Pilar no es tan alegre como Esther. First option. Second option, Pilar no es igual de alegre que Esther. Okay, 7.
Fermín. Okay. Fermín. No es tan alto como Álvaro.
Perfect. So, let me review one more time. I'm going to go through this. So, David no es tan joven como Alonso. What does this mean?
David is not as young as Alonso.
You could equally say David no es igual de joven que Alonso. It's also possible. Okay. Now, I have to point this one out. When you place the two items at the beginning, the only option is to use the igual structure, okay? And it goes in the plural here, yeah?
Because you can't put in one of the names later. Yeah.
So this would be like saying Anna and Mary are equally tall. Okay, this is the closest to English I can think of. it's a little bit weird, this one. Like in
You
English,
could say of equal height.
okay, they're equal height. Yeah, something like that. Anna and Maria are both equal height. Yeah. But then you will use a noun, not an adjective. But yeah, you get the idea, don't you? So igual de adjective, yeah. And in this case, you use the plural because you place the two items at the beginning. If you place one of these after the expression igual de, then you will use the singular. So for example, what I mean is you would say something like Ana es igual de alta que María. They would change this plural thing, yeah? Okay, next one. What does this mean? Darío y Margarita son igual de inteligentes.
Dario and Margarita are of equal intelligence.
Ok, las manzanas no son tan caras como las naranjas.
The apples are not as expensive as the oranges.
Okay, in Spanish, you need to include the article. Even though you talk about apples in general, you say las manzanas. So bear in mind, we're not talking about a specific kind of apples. We just talk about apples in general here. Like, or it could be both actually. It could be this apple in the shop or apples in general. Okay.
Okay.
I think this case means the one in the shop. So las manzanas that they are selling there. Yeah. Okay, 5. Antonio y Paco son igual de rápido. What does this mean? Rápido is fast.
Antonio and Paco are equally fast, or as run at equal speed. If you like. Yeah.
Pilar no es tan grande como Esther. Alegre,
Pilar
no
no
grande,
tan. Pilar, I don't know how to translate into English. Is not
just
as happy as Esther.
The proper name, so you don't need to. So Pilar is not as happy or as cheerful as Esther. Fermín no es tan alto como Álvaro.
Fermin is not as tall as Alvaro.
There you are. Perfect.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, sí. A ver, vamos a practicar más esto. Vale, tenemos más. Tenemos alto, bueno, entretenido, fácil, fuerte, malo, peligroso y rápido. So, for example, el italiano es tan fácil como el español o el italiano es igual de fácil que el español. You can use both structures. Un coche no es tan rápido como un avión. Ok. Número
un coche
3.
no es tan rápido como un avión. Sí. Yeah. Entiendo. Un gorila no es
dangerous, for example. Okay, could be. Tan alto
como un jirafa o
una jirafa. So, un gorila no es tan alto como una jirafa. Okay, 4. This one is tricky.
Sorry?
Okay, number 4. Let's see if you know how to do this one.
Un oso? What's un oso?
A bear. Bear.
Un oso y un gorila son. So it's no son. Okay.
So a bear and a gorilla are
igualmente dangerous.
Igual de peligrosos.
Peligroso. What's peligroso?
Dangerous.
Peligroso. So I was right with dangerous, just not the right word. Okay. Peligroso. El café de Brasil es igual de bueno el de México.
¿Qué? El de México. So remember, when you use igual and then you talk about the other item, you need to add this que before the other item. Okay. But you could also finish the sentence here if you don't want to include this bit. So you could say, el café de Brasil es igual de bueno. Maybe you already know what we're talking about, so we just say, okay, this one is better. Or it's
so
equally...
Sorry, yeah, if we're talking about the Mexican coffee.
So here we're comparing Brazilian coffee and Mexican coffee. Yeah? Okay. And notice here we include this de because we're talking about Mexico's. Yeah, there will be Mexico's. So you don't really need to repeat again café. Yeah. Anyway, 6.
Okay. El teatro es qué?
Entretenido. Entertaining.
The words fuerte. Is it fuerte?
No, entretenido. Fuerte means strong.
Entretenido.
Entretenido. Entretenido. There you are.
Sorry, if you say that again for me, please. I'm really struggling with that.
Entretenido.
Entretenido.
There you are. There you are.
Okay. El teatro es igual entretenido que el cine.
There you are. Perfect. You could use the other one. You could say, el teatro es tan entretenido como el cine. That would be also possible. 7.
El esquí. What's el esquí?
Ski.
Oh, el esquí. No.
Alpinismo is mountain climbing. Yeah? Climbing in general. Yeah. Alpinismo.
Oh, we would use bueno. No es malo. No es tan malo como el alpinismo.
I would say peligroso. Aquí también. El esquí no es tan peligroso, dangerous, because malo means bad. Well, it could be. I mean, depends on what you think of ski or climbing. But el esquí no es tan peligroso como el alpinismo. O el esquí no es igual de peligroso que el alpinismo. You could say both.
Okay.
And 8.
El tabaco y el alcohol.
Alcohol
son igual de malos.
So notice when you place it to item at the beginning, the verb and the adjective has to be in the plural. Yeah. Sí. Okay, good job. Let's take a look at something different. Okay, we are missing this. So you know how to say more blah 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 than, less blah 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 than, or as whatever as, yeah, they're equally blah blah blah. How about the most? How do you say the most or cheapest? This kind of stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Quite easy compared to English. You only have one way actually. So you need to place the article before the más or the menos, and that's it. Let me give you a few examples. Carla es la más alta de sus hermanos. So she's tallest of her brother and sister. Hermanos is like siblings, yeah?
Sí.
Zapatos Loto, lo más cómodo. The most comfortable ones. So, you could also say the adjective all along. You don't really need to say one like you do in English. You could say lo más cómodos. So that would be the most comfortable ones. Yeah? Okay, another example. David es el menos trabajador de sus amigos. So, the least hardworking. Yeah?
Okay.
Easy, yeah? So, the structure would be article, more, más, or menos, less. Well, this case would be most or least. And then the adjective. And then if you want to include the group of people, you will use this de, and then the group or whatever the thing you are taking the person out of. Yeah? For example, let me give you a few examples. El Teide es la montaña más alta de España. Okay, a very important difference from English. In English, you say adjective and then the noun. In Spanish, it's gonna be the other way around. First, you're gonna say the noun of the thing you're talking about, then the adjective, like here. So in English, we say Teide is the highest mountain in Spain. But notice here we say la montaña first, then you say the adjective, and notice we say de and not in like you do in English. So it's always de, and then the place or the thing you're talking about. Yeah.
The tienda is the mountain most tall in Spain.
Exactly. So remember, noun goes first, then adjective.
Okay.
As always, the adjective must agree in gender and number with the thing you're talking about. So for example, here, la montaña is feminine, so we're gonna say alta.
Okay.
And of course, you also have irregular adjective. So you're gonna say el mayor, la mejor, el peor. So el mejor would be the best, el peor would be the worst. So it's still the same word as you do in the comparative before we seen before. The only difference is you're gonna add the article before. You're gonna say el or la or los or las, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me give you a few examples. So Raúl es el más cariñoso de sus hermanos. Carol y Elena son los más simpáticos del grupo. ¿Vale? La hora es la más alta. And if you want to add, de la clase. Yeah, that's option actually. Este televisor es más caro. And then if you want to add, de todos los televisores de esta tienda. So remember, you have to say de and not in like you do in English if you're talking about the group. Yeah. Anyway.
Sí.
Let's work on this. For example, number one. ¿Cuál es la ciudad más bonita de Cuba? So, what is the most beautiful city in Cuba? Notice we say city before, most beautiful after, and then de Cuba. Number two. ¿Cuál es el país menos poblado de América Latina?
Sí.
Easy, yeah? Number three.
Sí. ¿Cuál es ciudad contaminando?
Okay, first you need the noun. We talk about city, and you need to add the article always. Okay, so la ciudad.
Ciudad.
Okay, let me type it on the other side here. So la ciudad. List.
Sorry, I'm just struggling for a second. La ciudad contaminando.
So the least polluted city.
Least commuted.
Polluted, yeah. Contaminado.
Polluted. Sí, por supuesto. Sí. Ok. Sí. La ciudad menos contaminada.
Contaminada.
Más contaminada.
No, the opposite. The least polluted, not the most polluted, okay? Because you have a minus sign, okay? So you want to know the least polluted.
Sí. Okay.
So, la ciudad menos contaminada. Literally will be the city less polluted. So, ¿cuál es la ciudad menos contaminada? España. Ok.
Menos contaminada. Ok, muy bien. ¿Cuál es el río más largo?
There you are. ¿Cuál es el río más largo de México? What does this mean, by the way?
Rich? Well off?
No, río is river.
Okay.
So, What is the...
which is the biggest river in Mexico?
Okay, largo means long.
So okay, so which is the longest river?
Cinco.
The most long. Okay. ¿Cuál es el capital?
La capital, sorry.
La capital. La capital. Más alto de América del Sur.
Alta. La capital alta. ¿Ya?
Más alta de América del Sur.
Okay, when you talk about the capital of a city, we always say la capital. We also say el capital, but that will be talking about money. Yeah?
Okay, sí. And like América del Sur is South America. So you can say América Latina or de América del Sur.
There's a slight difference actually, but most people they take it like the same thing. Like actually, Mexico is not in South America, but
okay, it is Latin America.
That is Latin America. There you are.
Sí, okay, muy bien, entiendo. ¿Cuál es el país?
El país.
El país más grande. Más grande de América Latina.
I think it's Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. 7.
Mexico? No, Brazil.
No? Yeah, you're right. Brazil is way bigger. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Sí.
7.
¿Cuál es?
So, la isla bonita.
La isla más pequeño.
La isla pequeña.
Más pequeña. So, most small.
The smallest. Yeah.
The smallest.
The smallest island. Del Caribe. Of the Caribbean. Yeah. In the Caribbean, you would say in English.
This
is a little difference. You need to remember to say de and not en, like you do in English. 7.
¿Cuál es?
La catedral.
La catedral más antigua.
Antigua.
What's the most old cathedral in Mexico? What's the oldest cathedral in Mexico?
There you are. Okay, I think you're getting the hang of it. Let's practice this more. A little bit more. Wait a moment. I need to delete. Okay. So, we have here, okay, we have group of people, and we have qualities, yeah? So, for example, we have Luca es el más simpático de sus amigos, yeah? Second says, Marina es la menos simpática. She's the least nice, literally, yeah? Simpático means like nice.
Sí.
3.
Marina y Leo. ¿Son igualmente? No.
Son los, because now we talk about 2 people, right? So we need to use los más, and then the quality we're talking about. Trabajadores. So notice here we use the plural. Yeah, you already need to say, so Marina y Leo son los más trabajadores. That's it. Notice here the plural, yeah?
Oh, sorry, I thought Lucas was the same. Okay, no, sorry. Okay.
No, just 1 plus here, these 2 pluses, yeah?
Sí. Okay.
Okay, 4.
Lucas es menos.
Es el menos.
Él es menos trabajador.
Okay. Okay. You could also include this de sus amigos, but you already need to add that bit, okay? Because we already know by context.
Okay.
So, Luca es el menos trabajador. He is the least hardworking. Yeah. Marina.
Marina es la elegante.
La más
elegante.
Elegante. So Marina is the most elegant.
Oh,
and if you want to include the Susan, yeah.
Why does it begin with an A when the other one begins with E?
Okay, when you have an adjective that ends in an E, they're both E for masculine and feminine. Remember this when you have like elegante, inteligente, importante. You don't need to worry about the gender, just the plural, okay?
But why does it begin with an A?
Ah, wait a moment, it's elegante. That's my bad. Elegante.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad. 7.
Lucas es el menos elegante.
There you are. The least elegant. 7.
Atractivo. I think I know that one.
Attractive. Yeah.
Lucas y Marina son los más atractivos.
There you are. Good job. 8.
Leo es el menos atractivos. I'm atractivo.
There you are. Good job. Not too difficult, is it?
No.
It's way easier than verbs, definitely.
Sí.
Okay, la chica. We're gonna go to the last one. Right. So Julia es la chica más alegre que conozco. Okay, number 2.
Okay. What? Para mí, el café de Colombia es el más bueno.
Not really. Try again.
¿En es más bueno?
It's irregular. So. So we don't really say more good or most good, but the best, right? So, para mí, el café de Colombia es el mejor.
Mejor. El mejor.
And then you need to say what else? In the world, right? So.
En el mundo.
Okay, you fell for it. Remember.
Sí.
You always need to say de. Now, there is something here that is going to happen.
It's del mundo, ¿no?
There you are. That's what I was. So, whenever you have this combination,
sí.
This joined together becomes del.
Yeah.
So yeah, del is always del.
Sí.
So I'm gonna type it here.
Del mundo. I learned this morning the same thing with French. It really confuses me.
Yeah.
But now I'm done yet.
So I'm gonna omit this. Nothing. So del. Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, in French, in Italian, Portuguese, this is quite more common. In Spanish, there are only 2 cases when you're gonna see this. What can I call it? Like blending? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, convergence. I don't know.
3.
Combination. Las ruinas de Machu Picchu. What's Machu Picchu?
Really? You don't know? Wait a moment.
No.
This is important, you know. Machu Picchu is this place in Peru. Let me show you. So this is Machu Picchu. This is this place.
I know this place, yeah.
Okay.
Las ruinas de Machu Picchu son el más impresionante.
Okay, las ruinas is plural. So
las
so because it's feminine, yeah? It's las ruinas.
Ruinas, okay. Las más impresionantes.
Impresionantes. Let me tap it. Yeah. Let me tap it here. Las más impresionantes. So remember, with you have a ni adjective like this, you don't need to change the e here, but you need to add the s if it's plural. But masculine and feminine is gonna be impresionante. You don't really change. You only change gender when you have a o adjective mainly, like alto, guapo. You say alta, guapa. Yeah. Okay, 4.
4. El día de mi boda
Fue. So this is the past. Was the happiest.
She was.
So el día is masculine.
El más feliz.
What else? One little word.
De.
Yeah.
Vida.
Yeah, because you say my life, so you need to say the article. You don't really say da my life, right? So, de mi vida. As simple as that. So, el día de mi boda fue el más feliz de mi vida. So, my wedding day was the happiest in my life. Yeah. Okay, 5.
¿Cuál es
el país?
La país.
Masculino. El país.
El más país. Interesante.
No. Wait. País is the noun. So first the noun and then the adjective. Remember. So,
okay.
El país and then.
País. El más interesante. Has visitado.
No, el país. This goes first and then. Más interesante.
Más interesante. De.
Okay, this is a good one. If you have a full sentence with a verb like this, you're gonna say que instead of de. Okay? So this is gonna happen whenever you have a full sentence after the superlative or the thing we're doing now. So basically, if you have a verb afterwards, you're gonna say que instead. Okay?
That's something.
Exactly. So, what is the most interesting country you have visited?
Okay.
As simple. But in Spanish, when you have a new sentence like this, you need this que. In English, you don't really need to say anything. 6.
Esther es más viejo.
Okay.
La vieja, la más vieja.
And then?
Mis hermanos. ¿Qué? No, de.
Exactly, de.
¿Qué mis hermanos?
Okay, no, mis hermanas, you don't have any verb here, so de.
Oh, it's the most old of.
Okay. You could say this, but this is a little bit impolite, especially because women hate being called viejo, vieja. So there is another word, which is la mayor.
I called an Italian girl Invecchia. It didn't go down very well.
No. Avoid using vecchio or viejo or no. They don't really like it. They hate it. So you have to say mayor. Mayor sounds more polite, yeah?
La mayor. Okay.
La mayor. Okay, we're gonna.
Esta es la mayor de mis hermanos.
So she's the eldest, yeah? It's like in English when you say eldest instead of oldest, it sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, okay? Okay, we're gonna make up sentences. So I'm gonna type it in English. You tell me the same in Spanish.
Okay.
So, who is the best?
Okay, that should be very simple to get.
Who?
Esta, la, el.
Who first? Who? ¿Quién? ¿Quién?
Oh, okay. It's ¿quién? ¿Quién is who? ¿Quién está?
Es.
Es. Él. Más. No. Más. Mujer. No, no mujer. Mujer. What's better?
Mejor.
Mejor. Okay. Mejor.
Okay. So remember, mejor, better. El mejor, the best. Okay.
The best. The best.
This is
okay.
by the way, this is a typical. So when Spanish people they speak in English, it's very common they say things like "that better" or or because of this. Because in Spanish we say like this. Okay. Sí. Okay. Now the opposite.
Oh, I can't remember that word for it. ¿Quién es el peor or something?
There you are. ¿Quién es el peor? Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. What is the best country in the world, for example? I don't
know. Okay. ¿Cuál es el país? No. ¿Cuál es el mejor país en el mundo?
But there's a little mistake here. Del mundo.
Del mundo.
¿Cuál es el mejor país del mundo? Okay.
¿Cuál? ¿Cuál es el
car?
¿Cuál es el coche más caro? No caro.
Caro, yeah.
No, más caro. En Inglaterra, de Inglaterra.
Good job. ¿Cuál es el coche más caro de Inglaterra?
Yeah, because you can say carro in South America for car, can't you?
Yeah. Carro, carro as well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's both expensive and caro. Carro.
Sí. Un carro caro.
Yeah, I can't enroll the R's quite well.
Don't worry, I'm not as tall as her.
No soy. No soy tan harto que ella.
¿Cómo? Como ella.
Como ella.
No soy tan alto como ella.
Es muy triste. Okay.
First, este
es el bonito. No, el. Okay. El país más bonita. Bonito en el mundo. Del mundo.
Okay.